Hello, this month of May, I'll be sharing stories with you all in my daily videos. Stories that inspire us, stories that help us to reflect and relate to our lives, stories that make us think, draw lessons from them, and apply them in our lives and see how they contribute in our journey of our growth. Today's story is about two monks. After finishing their errands in the day, they had to return to their monastery. On their way, there was a water body, and they had to cross that water body to reach their monastery. That was a day when it had rained, and the level of water in that water body was more than normal. When they reached on one side of the water body, they noticed that there was a young lady waiting to cross to the other side. She was looking quite anxious because perhaps she was not very confident of crossing it on her own. The elder monk noticed that anxiety, reached out to that lady and asked her, "Is it that you want to cross to the other side?" The young lady said, "Yes, I do want to go to the other side." The elder monk lifted her and started crossing the water body. The younger monk was behind, and as they crossed to the other side, the lady was left on the other side of the water body, and they continued on their journey towards their monastery. Now, from the other side of the water body to the monastery, the younger monk was very restless. He was looking restless and he was not talking at all to the monk. By the time they reached the monastery, the younger monk could not restrain himself. He asked the elder monk, "Brother, I want to ask you something." The elder monk said, "Yes, go ahead." He said, "Is it not that in our monastery we are restrained from touching women?" "Yes," the elder monk said, "that's true." But then the younger monk said, "But you lifted that lady and crossed through the water body. Why did you do that?" The elder monk very coolly responded, "Brother, I left the lady on the other side of the water body, but you are still carrying it." That is where the story ends. Now, what are some of the lessons that we can draw from this story? This is something very powerful that I have found in my life. That is it not true that we continue to carry the past, and with that baggage, we make an attempt to move into our future. And over a period of time, the weight of the baggage keeps on increasing. What is important for all of us is to continue to learn and drop the baggage as soon as we go through an experience which is likely to create some baggage. Now, what is the kind of baggage that we tend to carry? There may have been some experiences in your past which were not so good for you, and you are still carrying them. They keep on coming back to you again and again and make you very anxious, make you very restless, and they do not help you to think clearly. There may have been some hurts and guilts that you are carrying which are bothering you in your present. There may have been something said by someone, some judgments passed on you, on your talents, on your abilities, and you are labeling yourself with the same judgments today. There may have been some decisions that you took which were right at the time when you took them, but they did not turn out the way you wanted them to. And you are regretting that decision, and obviously you cannot undo. You cannot undo those decisions. And in that regret, you are making an attempt to live in your present, want to create a better future. Obviously, it will not function. So the important message here in this story is that we do go through our life experiences, and there will be experiences which are not to our expectations, which are not to our liking, which are not something that we would like to remember again and again. And that is why they need to be dropped. Something needs to be done to let them go. And what is that something? Three things I would like to mention. One is you need to ask yourself, what is the lesson that you need to learn from that life experience and apply that in your present life so that such experiences do not come back to you again. Second important thing that comes to my mind is there a need of acceptance as to whatever has happened, and you were a part of the journey, And once you are able to unconditionally accept it, that's when you will be able to start moving ahead a little faster. And third important thing that you may have to do is you may have to practice some forgiveness, either for yourself or for someone else involved in that experience. And once you are able to do that forgiveness, experience that forgiveness, perhaps that's when the charge or the negative energy that experience is creating in you, you will be able to get rid of it. And once you are able to get rid of that negative energy, obviously the focus will improve, the quality of work will improve, productivity will go up, your mental, physical health will become better, and all that will contribute to creating, obviously, a much better life. So, once again, to close, I am saying, ask yourself, are you carrying some baggage from the past that you need to let go now? And what are you ready to do to let it go? That's when you will notice how fast can you move ahead. I wish you all the best, and I'll meet you in my next video.